The distinguished gentlewoman from Miami is recognized for 4 minutes.
I thank the Speaker, and I thank Chairman Sessions for his inspiring leadership on the Rules Committee on every issue, but most especially as he spearheaded the creation of this select committee on Benghazi to examine what happened, what led to this attack, and what has happened since. Thank you for your leadership, Chairman Sessions. And Mr. Speaker, I stand here to fully support this measure, but it really is unfortunate. It is sad. It is tragic that it has come to this. We shouldn't have to be here today debating the rule and later the underlying resolution on having to form a select committee to be able to get to the truth about what happened on that tragic day and night of September 11th, 2012. But unfortunately, our patience has been sorely tried. So here we are. The administration has, for nearly 2 years now, been stonewalling and obfuscating anything it can do to avoid letting the truth out about that tragic terrorist attack in our consulate in Benghazi in Libya. As chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee at the time of the attack, as Chairman Sessions has pointed out, I know perhaps as well as any of our colleagues just how much the administration has been trying to protect this false narrative and President Obama, the narrative that Libya was a political success. Repeated requests for more protection were ignored. When the Accountability Review report was released, I plan on convening a hearing to examine the assessment and the recommendations, but in true stalling fashion, the State Department did not release the report to us until about 8:30 p.m., just a few hours before our hearing was set to begin. Then, of course, there was a new song and dance every time we tried to secure a date for Secretary Clinton to come before our House Foreign Affairs Committee to testify. We would take even any administration official for that matter. It took 3 months for the administration to provide us with witnesses, and it did not provide Secretary Clinton to our committee until the following year. And this is not the moves, Mr. Speaker, of an administration that has planned on being the most transparent in history. In fact, this administration has been anything but transparent, as we have seen with the emails having been the latest revelation in a never-ending attempt to avoid telling the American public the full truth about what happened, what was the lead-up to that terrorist attack, what happened during those many hours of that firefight, and what happened to all of those documents afterward. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we need this select committee to get the truth out there for the American public so that we can have an open and honest debate about what happened on that fateful day, and to ensure that we can do everything in our power to prevent another terrorist attack like this from happening in the future. And let's remember these names, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the chairman for his time. Ambassador Chris Stevens, Information Officer Sean Smith, former Navy SEALs Tyrone Woods and Glenn Doherty. These are names that the American people need to remember each and every day. And Mr. Chairman, some folks have mentioned the fundraising aspect of this Benghazi investigation, and that's rather sad and pathetic to bring that up. But it's interesting that I'm reading this article in a newspaper, and it's talking about. Thank you so much. I apologize for running out of time. But it's interesting that this says the Democrats are fundraising off GOP, fundraising off Benghazi. So it is this very interesting article, and I hope that all of our colleagues will look at it. It's an article, and it says, Contribute Now, Democrats 2014. I'm not pointing fingers and calling names, but if we're going to get blamed for something, I think that there's enough blame to go around. To sensationalize this, to fundraise off it, this is something some groups are trying to do, but I believe that that's like the pot calling the kettle black. But, Mr. Chairman, thank you for your respected leadership on this issue. The American people deserve to know the truth. We must not keep promoting a false narrative. Libya was not a political success. Libya continues to this day to be a tinderbox waiting to explode. Terrorist groups all over the place. Let's not ignore the facts on the ground. Let's get to the truth about what happened in Benghazi, and having this select committee is a way to get to the truth. Pure and simple, no politics. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the time, and I thank the Speaker as well.
We reserve our time.